Hi guys, I know you can barely see me. I want to talk to you about dangerous activity. I used to do a lot of dangerous activities. I used to hitchhike a lot, and I got myself into a good deal of trouble. Quite risky at times. I used to, and I still do to a limited degree. Outdoor adventuring by myself. The stuff that I do now is tame compared to what I did in my 20s. Lucky I lived. But anyway, we put ourselves in risks, in harm's way sometimes. That the things that happen sometimes are often, in some ways, of our own making. I'm walking along the tracks here, and I was just on a bigger street over there, and this is dark here, and it's really, really dark way over there. There's a road that goes up around a big factory. It's got a big fence up there, and there's nothing up there except abandoned things, and there's a little road, the track that goes up there. Anyway, I was walking down the bigger street, and I looked across the other street. I was kind of minding my phone. I looked across the other way, and there was a woman, not young, but I mean not old either, and she was walking along the other side. And I noticed that I thought to myself, oh, she's out now. This is kind of it's dark, pre-dawn, by the tracks, a little bit risky. And then I noticed I turned right at the tracks, and then she turned. To my astonishment, utterly amazed, I'm going to turn it down here. She turned left, which meant that she was going to head up into the darker area up there by the factory up there. Really, really dark, spooky area up there. It's kind of isolated and a bit risky even during daylight hours, yet alone pre-dawn like now. And why is that risky? Well, it's not a safe thing to do in any case for anybody, let alone a woman. And I don't mean to be sexist, but it's a reality. Women are targets in many ways in these capacity. Even in this own neighborhood here, just where I live right here, my own sister-in-law a few weeks back had to give up jogging because she would jog in this neighborhood, and she was chased by a man in a car who was following her and approached her, got out of the car and approached her several times and she ran away from him. He kept following after her, and almost right up to her home. And she reported it to the police, and they came out, but of course nothing came of it. My own daughter was assaulted here, but the same way. A man following her in a car who got out of the car and actually physically assaulted my daughter here. And of course, she had the good sense to run away and yell and the like. So, and I'm not singling out Japan in this capacity, but I'm just saying it's risky behavior to be. There's risky things that we do in life. By the way, the thing with my daughter, they eventually did catch the man. We cooperated with the police, and he had been assaulting other children, other young girls in our area as well, and he was captured, thankfully. I'm just kind of flabbergasted right now because, and I guess I'm the last person who should be flabbergasted because I engage in risky behavior in my own life. I guess it's kind of enlightening, kind of an eye-opener thing when you see other people doing something that seems so blatantly risky. No wonder people sometimes write to me and say, they work with a worried tone, about my hiking alone in the woods. And I guess that I should probably be more heedful to their warnings and more cautious in my endeavors. For my own part, I do always let my wife know where I'm going. I leave a map up on Google Maps showing the area where I'm going to be, where I'll park the car and stuff like that. So there's some chance that I could be found. But anyway, enough about defense of that own stuff. Just back on the bigger principle, risky behavior. Is it because we are comfortable with the risk? Is it because we're ignorant of the risk? Is it a little of both? Is it something else altogether? I don't know. But that woman is walking right now along that dark lane by the factory there, underneath the bypass, below the freeway, along the tracks where no one seems to ever go except those who have some mischief to do to abandon vehicles and bicycles and piles of trash or whatever the case may be. And it's not just Japan; it's like that all over the world. That's the reason they call it the tracks, right? Should we walk along the tracks at late at night or early in the morning, especially when we are a vulnerable target, so to speak? Thanks for listening, everybody. Just a whimsical, cautionary ramble. Take care. Good morning.